Mm, man, oh man. You guys, you guys remember this? This was Love and Basketball. Music from the motion picture 2000. That's the year. That's the year that came out. And that's Sanaa Lathan and Omar Epps. And I'm telling you, man, now see, this is how I know I'm old school. This is how you know you're old school. When you have the CD, the CD of something. Oh, okay. Let's go even deeper. When you have the DVD of something that you love, like the CD and the DVD of something, of course you want to talk about it. There was this thing called the Oscars that happened on Sunday. And of course, they honor always Hollywood's biggest night, honoring the biggest films in the world. Course, I had to go back and go, no, let me talk about what one of the films that I loved, which was Love and Basketball. And so that's what we're doing on tonight. I see Mr. Springer is in the building. Great to see you. And of course, we're going to go ahead and get started. It's another edition of Interludes Extra Presents Talk on Tuesdays. It's called They reminisce over that great film, Love and Basketball. And of course, we'll pay homage and tributes to Angie Stone, one of my favorite soul singers who unfortunately left us this past weekend to be with God. So we are excited that you all are here. Thanks so much, Mr. Springer. He says, "What up, Val the voice?" That's right, I'm here. But you know what? You know what time it is. It's time to say what's going on. And of course, let's get started right about now. It's Interludes Extra Presents Talk on Tuesdays, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the show. Let us know that you're here in the room chat. But of course, let's take care of some business first before we walk down memory lane. There's a book called A DJ Saved My Life. There's something that's so exciting about your girl here writing a full-fledged book about part memoir about how being a DJ, a virtual DJ, and being a podcaster like this one saved my life during the pandemic, and kind of giving you guys the ABCs of starting your own podcast. You can scan the QR code, but you could also go to purelighthouse.media.com. We're so proud of our new website. We are over the moon with it. And of course, we have other merch there, mugs, t-shirts, as well as sweatshirts with this beautifully designed cover from a good friend of mine, Delano A. Johnson. Of course, we're going to keep it moving. Oh my goodness. Patreon. I have started to post on Patreon. I'm so happy. I got my first post over there. I'm going to show you all what I posted over there. But of course, go ahead and be a part of it. It's patreon.com/interludes. We're integrating a lot of new things over there, including I've been getting into blog writing. I've been doing blog writing and newsletter article writing. So I'll come up with an idea. I'll go to my assistant and say, let's come up with something. And we come up with it, which is really good. So go ahead and check that on out. And of course, we have KeySpot. That is our affiliate sponsor. It felt so good to meet our affiliate sponsor, Cynthia McAllister, in person. Share, connect, grow. You have a small business. You want to put it on this app. It reaches businesses and individuals all over the world because it's an app, which is wonderful. Share, connect, and grow with KeySpot. And of course, you guys go visit keyspot.app.com to get more information about our. Of course, you guys can register your business today. Very inexpensive, $15 a month. A lot of you all are here because of KeySpot. We want to thank you all so very much for all of that. Oh my goodness. Let me just, since we've taken care of the business at hand, I want to make sure that I say this. It's March already. So, March is Women's History Month. We're celebrating women who have made, I want to call it, an impact in history. It could be music, it could be television, it could be sports, it could be anything. But of course, we're celebrating all month long with March being Women's History Month. And then, of course, I don't know if you're doing anything either with your church or community. We have a Women's International Day that's coming up, I believe, on March 8th. So, of course, go in with your folks and make sure that you guys go ahead and do that. You know what I'm saying? Want to make sure that we start our broadcast over there. Thank you so much, Mr. Springer. Happy Women's History Month. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. All right. I have to tell on myself. I don't like when I have to tell on myself, but Sunday was Oscars, the Academy Awards. We're 97 years in. This is the 97th annual Oscar Awards. I missed the first 40 minutes of it. You know why? I was thinking it was going to start my time zone at 7. Do you know the Oscars started a whole hour earlier? So anyone that was on the East, instead of 8, it started at 7. For myself, instead of 7, it started at 6. And my goodness, the folks out in California, you all started at 4 in the afternoon. Wow, wow, wow. So the best thing about what happened Sunday, Cynthia Erivo. She and Ariana Grande opened the Oscars with their, I want to call it, it felt like it was a Wizard of Oz theme that was happening. And so I really, really enjoyed the opening. I wanted to show a little bit of it, but of course, we don't want to get into too much trouble over here. But the Oscars happened on Sunday. I did watch it. Thank goodness for replays through streaming services. We'll just say that. And of course, I got a chance to see some of the things that happened with the Oscars. Now, one thing I noticed about this particular Oscars, it was just, here's my overall opinion. It wasn't a lot of fanfare. It wasn't anything. It was very, we're going to do things to the letter. Conan O'Brien, I think this was his first time of hosting, but of course we have some beautiful ladies here. Now, ever so often I don't really pay attention to, what is this called, the red carpet, but these were some of the ladies that I saw. This was once I rewatched it the following day, and they do the red carpets preview. I think Huff, one of the Huff, the young lady, she does the hosting of the red carpet preview, before the show. Singer Ray, I loved her red outfit, beautiful dress. Don't ask me who styled her. I have no clue. Halle Berry. Oh my goodness, what a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. There was a lot of, I want to call it chrome or kind of this diamond look, and then of course I loved Ava DuVernay. Who, to me, I need to have her to win an Oscar for directing, but I'll get over all of that. We'll keep it moving. But a lot of great styles that night. And here we go, Conan O'Brien. I think he did a decent job with hosting. He didn't roast the folks too badly. He didn't, he did his usual thing. The one thing that I did like is that, and I noticed the sensitivity even with Trevor Noah with the Grammys. A lot of folks, unfortunately, out in California, they're still suffering the remnants of what has happened with the LA fires that's happened all over. And also because both award shows are in Los Angeles, it was wonderful to see Los Angeles fire relief efforts. You had, I believe, am I looking at this correctly? They had them there, a few people that are leaders, and Conan introduced them. And I think Conan said, let's tell some jokes. So they got them in on a couple of lines with the jokes, which is interesting. So it was good seeing the firefighters. And this is the one thing I'll say. Let me stop showing this real quick. I am in prayer for everyone that have either lost a home or lost a loved one during the fires. This was really, really tragic. And here's the thing. People are still looking for help. And I kind of given a list of some of the things of the people that are still donating and still helping. I'll ask a few of my friends and family that's out in California. And what we'll do is we'll put those resources on purelighthouse.media.com and definitely update the description of this on YouTube to let you all know where you could go and help with the fire relief. Because here's the thing. If you lost your home or something else has happened, there's still things that are happening afterwards. And I'm grateful that a lot of the award shows did acknowledge what happened, and then they did other things as well. I'll let Coach set himself up. He'll give me a thumbs up when he's ready. But then, of course, we're going to keep it moving. Now, this was some of the things that I noticed about the Oscars. And thank goodness they had the fire folks there. Now, they did a whole thing to what is this called? James Bond, Doja, Lisa, and Ray. They did their thing. And I said, okay, you girls do your performances. It's a cool thing. Halle Berry, I loved this dress. It was just good to see her. Because keep in mind, she's one of the few people that's won an Oscar for Best Acting. It was just good to see her, period. And then also good to see Oprah Winfrey and Whoopi Goldberg, because they were there to honor Quincy Jones. Now, keep in mind, there was a Wizard of Oz type of theme that was kicked off by Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. So, of course, they brought on a big number, Ease on Down the Road. And, of course, it was good to see Queen Latifah on stage representing and doing her thing. Give me a thumbs up, Coach. He is giving me a thumbs up. I'll just keep talking. But of course, like I said, this was really good to see all these folks do the rendition and everything, starting the Wizard of Oz. And of course, people were talking about, we didn't like the dedication that was done at the NAACP Awards, but I'm a big fan of D Nice. I thought he picked great music, and it was only for 3 minutes because you can't do it for too long. This dance performance went for about, I want to say, maybe about 3 or 4 minutes. But everything for this Oscars, Coach Tony, this was very concise. It wasn't a lot of things happening. It did its thing and it kept it moving, which I appreciate. And it was 2 hours and 57 minutes. This young man, Sean Baker, this film, Honora, ended up being the best picture. It won 5 awards out of the 6 awards. Sean Baker became the epitome of do it yourself. He won an Oscar for editing. He won an Oscar for directing. He won an Oscar for writing. It was nuts. I'm like, what is this film? So Tony, this will be on my list of films to watch. This was an independent film that was made for $6 million in New York. And then, of course, it was talked about and praised. I don't know what the film is about, so this is something I need to educate myself on. So congratulations. And then also the young lady won from Honora, won for Best Actress. I was rooting for someone else. Now, here's the other thing. Paul Tenswell, he did the costume design for Wicked, Tony. He's the first African American man to win for Best Costume Design.
Yep.
Ruth Carter was the first Black to win years before in 2019 for Black Panther, but we got this gentleman winning for Wicked. I mean, this was pretty huge. I was like, okay.
Well, the two
So
things that I got,
congratulations.
the
Mm-hmm.
two things that I got on you. One, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I was a dummy with my buddies. Well, it wasn't a dummy, but we got out and been Midwesterners. We played golf in 35-degree weather, dummies.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, I was dressed for it. And by the time I got home and unthawed, got me some food, some drinks, sit down, Oscars was coming. I'm like, wait a minute. It's 6 o'clock. I didn't even know it. So I watched it. Actually, I got a chance to watch it from the beginning. So I was an hour ahead of you because of a mistake, but it worked out great. All I know is I want to be old boy that Halle Berry came up and kissed. I need to figure out how like Martin said, how can I get to the yams? That's all I need to know. How can I get to the yams? Because that was all right with me. Right? And she even got permission. What? Yes, Halle
Yeah.
Berry. Ding, 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 ding. You got permission. Come find Coach Tony. You pull up, as they say, on the pull up on me on the pull up podcast.
So I think there was a moment. Not this is Adrian Brody. That's who you're talking about, Adrian Brody. He won for
Man.
best. He won for best actor. And years ago,
He kissed her.
he won.
Yeah,
and
so this is
kissed her.
payback.
This was payback.
For sure.
And I was
But
sitting here like,
how do you like it's a kiss for payback? Really? They doing that? Man, I'm bad. What? See now, if it was 2019 or 2020, they both would have went to jail for COVID restrictions.
yeah. So I'm sitting here wondering like, what in the world happened? So this is the thing is that she ended up getting. I think he won that night, and I think she presented to him. So this was
Mm-hmm.
I think this was the kiss from back in 2000. This was 2003. So this was I'm
I
sitting
thought it
up
was
here like,
16, but
oh
okay.
yeah, this was 2003 when I think this
Man,
is back
that was
back
right
then.
there. That was more sensual right there. They both arm locked. They like, hey, that's either Hallie was in between man and he was early dating. That's what that was.
Right. But I think if people don't see this, she's kind of kissing him on the side of his mouth, not directly in the mouth. It depending on what angle you're looking at. And so I
Man,
was
I
just
don't know
like,
about all that.
I know. I was thinking his wife, what's going on? But you know what? I will say this. Adrian Brody made such a
TWIs.
wonderful he made such a wonderful, I want to say, acceptance speech.
Yeah.
And they played the music, Tony, and he was like, "Wait, I have a few more things to say."
Right. They asked him before he came on, are you gonna take 45 seconds? He said, hell no. Way more than 45 seconds. Don't give me this microphone talking about 45 seconds. What? It's the Oscars, man. It's my first one.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna talk so long, y'all got to tackle me to get me off the stage.
And that was something that was mentioned earlier. It was a very funny joke. It
I like the brother
was,
though. He did the one with the Holocaust. I mean, man, the dude can really get out. I mean, he really
yeah.
played. He played like a bum. He's played in. He reminds me so much of a young. What's my guy name? Val from Do the Right Thing. The white guy. Oh my God, Rennie. That played in Higher Learning that was killing everybody. They
Oh,
came.
Michael Rappaport.
Yeah, Mike Rappaport. I mean, he reminds me of young
Mhm.
Rappaport because he got into that so young and just he plays those weird roles, but man, he lives.
Yeah.
Love it.
And like I said, this was really a good thing about with what he stated. He toward the end of Brody's speech, he mentioned about the war
Yeah.
and how we need to love each other more, and we need to just he
Get
really
back to that.
paid homage to the cast and crew of
Right.
the film that he won for. And so, Adrian Brody, I think he won for, I can't think of the name of the film that he won for before. That was in 2003. But he's an excellent actor, and
Yep.
this was funny. This was payback. That video was kind of going viral with
Halle Berry can
Brody.
pay me back anytime. Anytime. Halle, look, I tell all the time, that was my second wife. What? Halle Berry? And holler at your boy, Halle. Matter of fact, we need to get you on the podcast for real, for real.
Yeah, so I think she posted it on her. She posted it on
She was a good
her
sport.
what is
Well, I
her
mean,
thing.
she wasn't
Yeah,
a good sport, Val.
mhm.
The wife was a good sport because the wife
Of
knew
course. Oh, of
from the
course. So
past.
yeah,
So yeah, she was, and
I
it was
I
cool for
don't.
Halle because everybody thought, oh, D.L. Hughley put it on there. Is it right for you if you this and that and blah blah blah? Yeah, I get all that, but when you're
Mhm.
at that level and you're a star, and if Halle Berry didn't kiss him, do you think that she ain't sitting home watching him do a kissing scene or a naked scene on a movie with somebody else? So why not say, all right, cool, it's Halle Berry. We're at the red carpet. It's funny. She told me about it. It's payback. Boom, boom, boom. I know it's nothing serious and keep it moving.
Mhm. Yeah, and let me see what I want to make sure that I have what Adrian Brody won for. Let me put that up real quick. Thanks, Mr. Springer, for letting us know what we're doing.
He
And
looked
of
like a
course,
dark haired Sean Penn.
yeah. So best actor for The Brutalist. The
Yes.
Brutalist. That's why you saw him looking so
Brutal.
jacked up in some of the scenes from the film. So this is another film, Tony, that I would like to see because I like Adrian Brody. I like him as an actor. He's a very,
Yep.
very good actor. So
Charismatic guy.
like I said, yeah. So, but anyway, I was just thinking. I said, let me. Oh, and then the one thing that I was happy about, the win I was happy about was Best Supporting Actress. Now, this is something I did not know. There were a lot of talented women that were talented actresses that were nominated for Best Actor. Isabella Rossellini was nominated for Conclave. She's been acting for decades,
Oh
so
man,
it's
that was pretty.
always.
Did you see that?
I haven't seen Conclave. I haven't seen
Man, that's
Conclave.
crazy.
That
With the priest,
Ralph,
that's
yeah, Ralph
crazy. Yes.
yeah. I
Val,
heard it was an excellent film.
hey,
So you
let
saw it.
me,
So you saw that.
yeah, we
What
can
did you
interview
think
that
of the
any
film?
day. Oh man, I
What did you
loved it.
think of the film?
It was as going through a Catholic school freshman year before going public
Mhm.
and looking at the film and now coaching at a Catholic school right now, all girls. Um, and to look at like what the priesthood go through and to realize like all the spiritual um rules that they go through, like voting for the next pope, see the gray smoke come out, and they got to stay there. I don't care if it's a week, 2 weeks, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, until they all vote. So it's like going to court, Val, of your peers, but everyone has to vote yay or nay, and it's
Mhm.
nuts. And then the behind the scenes stuff. There was a couple of priests who had just got converted. They still had girlfriends. There was a couple of priests that had been converted a long time ago. They were doing negative things. Boy, I mean, they gave everything. Oh my God. It was, if you wait till you see it, I don't want to give it away, but I must
Okay.
say that the conclave was absolutely phenomenal to me because you see the Pope, right? You
Mhm.
know what the Pope stands for. And we
Yeah.
already know about the Catholic Church. But to see it in a
Right.
movie in this fashion, wow, you're gonna go nuts. Nuts.
Mhm. Yeah. So that was so some of the actresses that were nominated for Best Supporting Actress. You had Monica Bar Barbaro.
Barbaros,
Ar
yes.
Yes, Adriana Grande for Wicked, Felicity Jones and Isabella Rossini, and then also you had, Zoe Saldana. Now, who ended up presenting this was the winner last year, which was Divine Joy Randolph. She's, a very talented actress, and of course, they always the actor or actress that presents to it's kind of like the passing of the
Right.
torch. So there's all of the nominees there, and then of course when they announced Zoe, who I clearly remember from
I love it.
what's the film that she was in with it was on the tip of my tongue. It was with Mariah Carey's ex-husband. What is his name?
You talking about the gangster movie where she was the niece and she was killing people, had the two
No,
rock
no, it
rock?
was no.
That's the movie.
I can't think of the name of the film, but it's the film where she's um she plays the girlfriend to the guy. It's a college film. Drumline. Good
Oh,
Lord,
Drumline.
Drumline.
Yeah, yeah. That
Very
Drumline was all right.
people honor
That
movie,
that
Drumline.
that
Yes.
was nowhere near her best, in my opinion.
No, it's
If
not her
that's on
best.
the scale of 1 to 10, that's like 15%. Her best movie was when she played the escapee coming out of the CIA, and her uncle was part of the cartel. And man, that
Ah, I
was
remember that one.
ridiculous. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
I
They had a
know.
part two. That was her best work.
Well, according to the Academy, this is her best work, and she's now the first. She's the person first
Yes.
Oscar for the film
Dominican
Amelia Perez, and she's the first Dominican
Dominican, no que le dieron,
act-
señor y señorita.
to win for this. And here's the thing: a lot of people really applauded how she spoke about her background. That she's
Yes.
her parents came here
Latino,
from ER, came and made a better life for her here. As you
Puerto
know, a
Rican and
lot of the
black.
politics, yeah, all of the politics and crap that's coming from, other directions. She
Yep.
honored parents and honored and said, "Yeah, I come from immigrants," and it felt
Correct.
very empowering that she sang and spoke in her native tongue of Spanish in
It was
this
dope.
film, Amelia Perez.
I mean, it was
Amelia
dope.
Perez.
But you know as well as I know, Val, you got a little black in you, you all black. 100. 100.
Yeah.
If you
So this
my daughter, you are 100.
Well, I'm proud of Zoe because I've been watching her career for a long time. At the
Yeah.
early onset of the show, Conan O'Brien made fun of some of the actors and said, "I'm going to show your picture when you first started." So he showed a very young picture. It was Guy Pearce, so it was side by side how Guy
Yes.
Pearce looked now, and then back in the day, he looked like he was a member of a singing, and then he did Zoe Sandala,
Look
and
like
she
he's
looked
part of Boys to
cute.
Men.
Exactly. And then he said, I'm gonna mean business. If you guys go too long, I'm going to show John Lithgow." And John Lithgow just had this sad face, like
Right.
it was very funny. It was very
Yeah.
cute. Nothing too much. But like I said, with the Oscars, it was like I said, I watched it, I enjoyed it. It was fun. I will say the performances were shortened. They usually do original songs with the music.
Right.
They didn't
Right.
do that this time. They didn't. It was more about doing sweeping tributes, like one to Quincy Jones. And then the other thing I will mention is that I think it was
I love that changes though, Val,
Nathan.
because most of that's music, and they intertwine the music with the movies this time. I thought it was great because Quincy wouldn't normally get recognized unless it was a music venue.
Yeah, and of course he was recognized for the music he wrote for The Wiz. The
Right.
film that you were talking about with Zoe Zandala was Kumbala, uh,
Oh,
Colum,
Colombiana. Yes, that's how you pronounce it, Val.
Columbia.
Colombiana. Colombiana. Colombiana.
I gotta shape my
Y-
mouth to
Yeah,
to do that. There we go.
you haven't hung out with enough cartel people like me. Colombiana. Let you know, señorita.
I do. I
Yes,
do.
and gracias, and noches dias.
You know Spanish? I didn't know
I
you
know,
knew
hey, I
Spanish.
know a little poquito. That means little bitty poquito, señorita. Se habla, señorita. So se habla de tonera on the microphone if it's the podcaster. Yeah, see.
Oh,
For all my
okay.
Latino people, love your boy. Cause what? Cause Tony love the Latinos.
I don't think that's Spanish. I think that's
Oh, that's
Spanish.
Spanish.
Anyway,
Oh, that's Spanish. Yeah. I work with enough of them.
I think that's Spanish. Oh my gosh. We're gonna be right back. We're gonna come back and talk to you guys about what? The movie
Man,
Love
don't
and
go nowhere.
Basketball.
If you are a basketball movie fan, when you talk about what you like movie old school wise, man, don't move that dial. Make sure you like us, put it to your homeboys, your homegirls, you share with your folks, subscribe to this show because this is Interludes Talk on Tuesday with who? Coach Tony, and see with my finger pointing? My girl Val the voice. We'll be right back.
Are you a small business owner looking to grow? Introducing the KeySpot mobile app. I'm Cynthia McAllister, owner of the IT company Quality SAP. Since 2016, we have been supporting small businesses and help them promote and share their businesses, services, and events across the country. KeySpot is more than just an app. We are a network providing community. KeySpot, connecting communities and supporting small businesses.
Can I play?
All right, you and Kelvin against me and Jamal.
Oh man, he's a girl.
Girls can't play no ball.
Ball better than you. I'm gonna be the first girl in the NBA.
No, I'm gonna be in the NBA. You gonna be my cheerleader.
They play the same game.
You don't start a bad attitude.
Critical foul.
No one's gonna recruit you
I'm a ball player.
with a jacked up attitude.
They share the same dream.
You'd love him to play USC like you did, right?
No, I left for him to get a good education.
I don't know why I keep hoping you'll grow out of this tomboy thing.
I won't. I'm a lesbian.
That's not funny.
Damn. Yo, look half bad.
You either.
How about a little one-on-one?
What we playing for?
I score, you strip. Take it off. Take it off. Strip.
All's fair in love and basketball, baby.
There's only one way to be successful at anything, and that is to give everything.
Coach has us on 11 o'clock curfew. I can stay a few more minutes.
Don't sweat.
I'm sorry. I don't have it easy like you, all right? There's no red carpet laid out for me.
And ain't no way some soft freshman is taking my spot.
Monica, hustle up, move it!
You forgot to be there.
If I stayed, I wouldn't be starting.
Well, at least you got your priorities straight. Look, I'm entering the draft. I'm going pro.
So that's it. Just forget about you and me.
New Line Cinema presents a story about the passion it takes
I never knew anyone loved ball as much as you.
to keep your dreams alive.
I've loved you since I was 11, and it just won't go away.
This spring,
I'll play you one game, one-on-one.
For what?
Your heart.
all's fair in love and basketball.
Man, that's the dopest line I ever had. I'll play you one-on-one for your heart. Let me tell you something, Val. I used so many lines from that movie back in the day. What?
It's confession time. It's confession time.
Come on.
You was
Hey,
running game
hey,
from
whoa,
love
whoa,
and
whoa,
basketball. That's the power
hold on.
of
Hey, Val.
film.
Hey, hold on, Val. Look, you get my priest. Let me tell you something. This
Ladies and
movie,
gentlemen, we're sorry about that. Mhm.
let me tell you something. Now, y'all got a kid with us right now. We're going to do this, the hood review. Val going to give you the straight. Don't come into my theater unless you got some chicken wings that you done snuck in with maybe a couple of, little bourbon, some tequila, whatever. We're going to talk a real talk. Let me tell you something. This movie right here, oh my God, this is one of the best. Man, you talked about this the other day, Val. Outside of Brown Sugar, it had one of the coldest movie questions ever, right? We know Brown Sugar. When did you fall in love with what, Val?
Hip hop.
Bam.
Mhm.
When you fall in love with hip hop. And if you don't know that verse, then you're not a Brown Sugar fan. Right here, Omar took that from that movie and said the same thing. When did you become a lover of basketball? She was like, hey, since I knew you from a little kid. So we doing this and that, and we're gonna pay for our heart. What I love that the director Gina Prince-Bythewood did is that she balanced basketball and life, Val. And me being a coach on the sideline for 25 years, having to balance just family and me coaching, is like that. Because sometimes I'm not always the favorite person. Trust me. I mean, I miss a lot of family things because of basketball. And at one point, I heard I was dating Spalding. For those that don't know, that's a basketball maker. And you have to be in this world to understand it. So when you told me we are going to review this tonight, man, I was all over this because this is one of my favorite movies in 25 years. 25 years of loving basketball. And 25 years from now, on the 50th anniversary, when it's silver, well, I'm sorry, silver is 25, 50 is gold or platinum, I forgot. But I'm going to be right here talking to him. Because this movie is one of those movies, Val, that it doesn't matter who you are, what color you are, how old you are. It goes between lives. That's like Love Jones, right? It's like Brown Sugar. We can go on and on, like Brothers, because you can feel that. And what I like about this movie was it was the early stages of the WNBA and love. Now you got to make a decision. And what Gina did as a director, she made the woman more important than the man. What a flip. Now, I got a question for you that you may or may not know. Who gave Gwen Prince-Bythewood the baseline of how to do the movie and what was suggested to her? Do you know that?
That is something I don't know. I definitely want to. Now, if you see here pictured in this particular thing that we're showing to you guys right here, that is the lead actress, Sanaa Lathan, with Gina Prince-Bythewood. And I'm going to get into it a little bit, but here's the thing. Did you know that Gina is from Chicago?
That I didn't know, but at least her ears were good because Spike Lee told her in order to do this movie, that was basically 12 years removed, right, from Do the Right Thing in 89, 88, that she needed to go get a character that was at least semi-basketball knowledgeable. And Sanaa had some basketball in her background, but she trained with a young lady that actually helped her out. That was Nisha Butler. That's right. Nisha Butler.
Okay.
She played basketball at Georgia Tech, 1999. So y'all out there listening to me tonight. Nisha, what's up, girl? See your boy, Coach Tony. Get up on the podcast. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about what you did, how you helped Sanaa Lathan of all people. Nisha Butler was a basketball player, for those that don't know it, Georgia Tech University in Atlanta, 1999. She was Rookie of the Year, conference big-time ball player. And when they came to her and approached her about this movie, she took time away from her sport, Val, to teach Sanaa Lathan about basketball, which helped her produce and make one of the most all-time favorite minority movies of all time. So shout out to Nisha Butler, Georgia Tech basketball, 1999. And Val, I'm gonna find her and get up on this podcast. That's what I do.
Yeah, you have a tendency of making sure that you do stuff like that, which is always good. I want to make sure that I highlight our filmmaker here, and I want to make sure that I grab this picture. Did you know this? Now we're about a little like 5 weeks. It hits its official 25th anniversary date on April 16th.
What's this?
So we're a little early. It's perfectly fine. But I definitely want to make sure that I do this. Let me make sure that I go ahead and present this. Gina Prince-Bythewood, who you just found out is from Chicago, which she's from the Chi-Town.
Hold up. And what does it say right there, Val? What does it say? From the Chi, baby. I'm wearing the Chi tonight. y'all better recognize Coach Tony always representing the Chi. What?
Right, exactly. She I believe if I'm looking at this correctly, was this her first directorial debut?
I wonder what high school she's from.
Yeah, that's a good question. So, this was her first feature film that she directed. She had done. Now, here's the thing: she's one of the few people that wrote for A Different World, and on the set of A
Oh,
Different World, she met her husband,
different
Reggie
world, different
Bythewood.
world.
And do you remember the film Biker Boys?
Oh yeah, I remember Biker Boys.
So Biker Boys was directed by her husband, Reggie Bythewood. Now,
All right.
I spoke with a friend of mine. She sent me a text and said she went to high school with Reggie. I said, "What?"
Well, what high school did he go to?
Well, this was in New York. This was in New York. He's
Oh,
from, I guess
he's
he's
from
from
New
New
York.
York.
She from the Shire. What a hell of a
He's
mix.
from the Shire, so it works. Some of the films that she's known for: The Secret Life of Bees,
Yep, that's a good
Shots
movie.
Fired, the series.
Boom, that was a great movie.
Napoli Ever After, and
Yeah,
her
no,
lead
don't know
is
about
that.
that.
And then also, let's see, that's the writing. I'm so sorry. Let me look at the directing. I'm so sorry. Previous, The Woman King. She directed The Woman King. That was Viola Davis. The Old Guard. This film did very well on Netflix back in 2022, 2023, I believe. Cloak and Dagger, the series.
Dagger, I remember that.
And then one of my other favorite films that she's done, Beyond the Lights. That's with Nate Parker and Gugu. Oh, I don't want to mispronounce her name. She's English African. Love her acting. And then of course she did some direct. Oh, and then the other film that she directed is Disappearing Acts, but very
I remember
similar. But very similar to who is the director who did Black Panther? Ryan Coogler. What's the name of the actor that Ryan Coogler likes to work with? Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Oh, yeah. Man, I loved him actually in that movie where he played, from his hometown from Seattle. That was dope. Before the Black Panther.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? It was
I don't know. I don't know that film. I'm sorry.
But you know what I'm talking about, right?
No.
Oh man, so there was a group of kids. The group of kids that was in Seattle, and something went wrong in one night, and they ended up in trouble in one night. He did that before he did Creed, before he did all the Black Panther. That movie set him forth. I'm gonna find it. You got to watch that movie. God,
okay,
what's
let
the
me.
name
Okay,
of
let me.
that movie?
You're going. Okay, you're going down the street. That I need you to come back to Gina. Come back to Gina. Come back to Gina.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm just on Michael Jordan. I'm just telling you that movie was tight.
So, so Michael B. Jordan and Coogler, they like to work together. So the actress that Gina likes to work with is who? Sanaa Lathan. Makes sense, right?
Bingo.
Because Disappearing Acts, Love and Basketball, and Napoli Ever After, these are the films that she's done with Sanaa Lathan, which is 3 or 4 films that she's directed her in. So I feel like when a director likes working with a particular actor or actress, they will bring them back. Just Spike Lee did it all the time. How many times does Spike Lee work with the same people?
And my boy Kevin Springer, thank you. I love you. Fruitvale Station. There you go, Val. Because Tony be up on the game, girl. Come on, man. Don't shortcut me. Don't cut me off at the knee. What's up, Mark? What's up, man? Fruitvale Station. There you go, Kay. Kevin, like you said, Fruitvale Station was ridiculous. And to put Gina in what she's done to grab a Michael B. Jordan and then grab a Sanaa, put them together, Val, it's like hot water and chocolate, right? Make a good mix. Got you some hot chocolate.
And I think what's really important about and we're celebrating Women's History Month is that Love and Basketball was not only a critical success, it did well in the movies. And now when you do a release and you're given so much money to do the film, I think what did they make? I think she made it for 6 or 7 million, and it did 40 in for the box office. If I'm
Wow.
looking at that correctly,
I
yeah.
got the DVD, Val.
You wait. Will you look over
There you
here?
go.
Will you look? Will you look
Good
over here?
mind thinking like, what you talking about? What you talking about?
This
Good
is
minds thinking like.
and and this is how I know I'm corny.
And ain't nobody even watching DVDs no more, man.
Of course they're not
Damn.
watching DVDs. Of course not. Of
Hey,
course
but
not.
you know, this is
and do
all
you
coming
know
back, and that's gonna be worth paper.
and do you know what I have in here is
You got the credits?
I have the tickets, the movie tickets inside of the DVD.
Oh yeah. You got something right there. I mean, you know, you need all you missing is a autograph.
Exactly. But
You
yeah,
need to
I
find out what airport she fly out most of the time, and then just hang out in the lobby.
and then Mark says, "Love and Basketball, an amazing movie." And of course, Kevin, he puts in, okay, so Nathan says Love and Basketball has crossed all racial and cultural lines. It's something about, I want to say it's the sport of basketball is of showing this. And I love how you talked about this was kind of the precursor before the WNBA because it didn't exist.
Yeah.
And to see the struggle, I always kind of reflect on this film when we talk sports, especially women in sports, especially with basketball, of that struggle of them having to go overseas and to make it. And they did not have a league like they had in with the WNBA. Like it started in 96, 97, and this film came out in 2000. And the fictitious character Monica ended up making it to the WNBA. This is the cast. This was taken in 2022. Gina is there. A couple of the folks that's there.
My girl Debbie Morgan, Angela from All My Children.
Yeah, no, that's not Angela from All My Children. Let me hurry up and tell you who you looking at. No, that's not. Although Debbie Morgan was in the film, but who you're looking at?
Yeah, I'm saying Debbie Morgan was up in the film. That was Monica Mama.
You're looking at Kyla Pratt. She played the young Monica. You're also looking at Sanaa Lathan, Omar Epps, and then also you are looking at Alfre Woolard. Alfre Woolard played her mom. Dennis Haysbert played the father.
Played the father.
Dennis Haysbert, he played the father to Omar Epps' character. Regina Hall was also in the film. Also Gabrielle Union. Yeah,
man, you can't miss Debbie Morgan though, man. I don't care what they say. Debbie, hey Debbie, look, holler at your boy. I'm gonna give you credit tonight because Debbie Morgan was up in there.
Yeah, Debbie Morgan played the wife to
played the wife.
Quincy McCall.
To Dennis Hall, yes.
And then also Chapman. That's who. Now he played young Quincy. He's a grown person, just like Kyla is in this shot here. So, and then another Chicago native, Harry Lennox, who played Monica's dad, Nathan Wright. Yeah, he's in there. Mm-hmm. But man, this was really a good thing. And what's Mark saying? Okay, here's Mark. Of course, me and Coach had a crush on Sanaa. Oh my goodness.
For sure. Yeah, Mark, we got to throw them hands up. I'm from Chi-Town, so we slap box all the time. So I give you a 10 count. We won't do it. But Mark, if Halle Berry and Sanaa was on the block together, dude, we good. Because you can take Sanaa, got Halle. We good. We going to have a double date, my man. We good.
And Mr. Springer points out this is one of the first films that Boris Kodjoe was
Boris
in.
is all exactly. There you go, Kev. That's what I'm trying to tell Val, Kev. Don't sleep on Angie, man. Debbie was up in there. She may have been low key, but you got to give her credit. And she was up in the movie Val without Jesse. Angie don't never show nowhere without Jesse. But let me tell you something. Let me put this on another side of the map, right? So you got a movie. A basketball movie at the time it's coming out when we don't even know if the country is even going to have lights. Do you not remember that 1999 Prince, at that time, all we were talking about is Prince Purple 1999 album, because we thought he talked and spoke the future, because we didn't know we were going to have lights. And then all of a sudden, boom, everybody was scared. And then the first thing that jumps out is Love and Basketball. And it just took both of these cats' careers to a whole new level. Omar, Sanaa, and they've been doing things ever since then. What I really respected about the movie, Val, was the real life. We've had Danielle Vigilante, y'all ain't on the Pull Up podcast. We've had my girl, Coach Crawley, Sylvia, just on here. Rusha Brown on the podcast, WNBA. All these young ladies were around the time that this movie interjected as the WNBA was getting off the ground. So to see Sanaa play a position or role where we was truly, the women had to go overseas to make money. And what I liked about it, when she got back, Val, she was still relevant. And now it was a situation. What I like in the movie was they didn't make it about Omar because he was a man. They made it about her. And then they came back and they still had the love of basketball and they still had the love of one another. They had a family. But instead of the woman always supporting the man, he stopped playing in the NBA and was on the sideline while she was on the court with Lisa Leslie and my girls with the LA Sparks. Boom. Drop the mic.
Yeah. I have to say, Love and Basketball has my favorite scene of all, using one of my favorite songs from Michelle Dinicello.
Michelle.
Yeah,
no, not Michelle. Michelle.
Michelle. I've seen her perform live. She's an excellent bassist. So I think I forgot. Oh wait, I'm sorry. The soundtrack I have right here.
Hello.
The name of the song is called "Fool of Me." Now some of the songs from the soundtrack, "I'll Go." It's Donnell Jones. He's from Chicago. I love that.
Love Donnell Jones. Oh my God, Donnell, my boy.
Sweet Thing. And of course, don't you love how Love and Basketball, the film, opens up with Love and Happiness from Al Green?
Love and Happiness.
And did you get your inspiration of doing 4 quarters from Love and Basketball? Because they broke up the film in 4 quarters.
Correct. And I loved it because the beginning was about them in high school. So for those that haven't seen it, some of you young folks that's listening tonight, they had the first quarter about how they were coming through. First of all, they pulled off the biggest no-no that shouldn't have been, which is what, Val, before I give the answer? What was the biggest no-no?
In filming or doing?
No. What was the biggest no-no in this movie? We talking straight Love and Basketball. What was the biggest no-no? Oh,
I don't know. I don't know.
They were neighbors. They were best friends, and they hung out together. That's the biggest no-no. You don't date your freaking neighbor and all this other. So that night that he and Omar and she ended up in the backyard, he was hurt, and she was trying to prepare him to get back in USC, and she was still in high school. They were 1 year apart, and they said, "I'll play you for your heart." Okay, let's get it. So they played in the backyard, and they were playing, and he beat her because he was like, "I don't want to have nothing to do with you." But then she was like, "I fell in love with you." So now you got, "I don't want nothing to do with you," and I fell in love with you. So what are we gonna do about this? So then they tried to make it, but she's a senior in high school. He goes away and goes to USC. He's kicking it, doing all this, and he's a man. Because his old man played basketball, ex-pro ball player, divorced from the mom, doing his own thing. So they have their own issues and their problems. And now Sanaa's mom's trying to be the peacemaker and tell her, "Baby, you need to do this and that because you need to keep your sanity and stop chasing Quincy," which is Omar F. for those that haven't seen the movie. And she did anyway. But then she ended up being disappointed because he comes into the movie with my girl after laying up in the hospital, breaking up his knee. He comes into the hospital laid up. And who did he have as his girlfriend, Val?
Tyra Banks, the actress.
Tyra Banks, who was hot at the time, right? Everybody wanted Tyra Banks. So he comes into the movie. He's laying in the hospital with Tyra Banks. And what does she do, Val?
Tyra Banks's character as the girlfriend.
No. What did she not do when Tyra Banks came in as his girlfriend? What did she do?
She clammed up and was like, "Okay, good luck for you." All
Bingo.
right,
She played it like a pimp. A real pimp's getting down on the floor like a pimp.
I don't. Wait.
Now we peeling the onion back. So
no. Now, what? Wait. Stop. Who's playing something like a pimp? Who you talking about? Sanaa Lathan's Monica is playing things like a pimp.
Yeah, Sanaa playing like a pimp.
I don't understand that. Can you break that down, Coach?
And words of Martin Long, let me break it down. Right? So she playing it like a pimp because she knew she wanted Omar. Are we on the same page?
Okay, that part I get. I agree with.
She went out the country, was playing ball. We agree to that too, right? She came back because she heard that he was hurt, right?
Mm-hmm. The supporter.
So she ended up at the hospital, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she came in with the mental mindset that I'm going to go check this cat out with my neighbors, my man, blah, 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 blah. We're going to put this back together. I'm going to let her know we good. And then all of a sudden, she got ready to pop the question. Not the dude, but the girl got ready to say, listen, baby, I want us. But before she can say that, the door opened up. And who walked in? Tyra to the Banks. So she had to eat her words. She had to swallow that. Oops, big frog in her throat. Big frog in her throat, Val. Big frog in her throat.
Okay.
So now she's sitting there. It's you, right? The man that you want, Val. And his girl's in the room, Val, but you know you can't come at him like that. So he's sitting there, he know he's feeling you, but he know he got his girl. So she's like, you know something? I'm going to easily bow out. Nice meeting you. I heard so much about you. Because that's what Tyra Banks said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yep. She heard
but
and then she made sure to show her ring.
Exactly. I didn't hear it about you as in like about you. I heard it as about you, right? That's two different ways to put it. I didn't hear about you. I heard about you. So in other words, I heard about you like, oh yeah, that's my girl. So now, man, we go way back. Me and Val, we go way back like perms and slacks. You know what I'm saying? We way back in the day. And that's what my man's in them. So
here we go. Not my
exactly.
man's in them. Oh my
So
gosh.
she sits up, she looks at the Val, she's like, okay. You know something? I'm not gonna ruin this moment. Because she thought she was coming back from overseas to come back and get her man. She didn't expect to come back from overseas and her man not playing pro ball no more, laid up in the hospital. And he got a what? Not a woman. He got a model.
All right.
So now she had to take the back seat. So she had to play the second fiddle. Okay, let me play this out. You know something? Nice meeting you, Tyra. Boom, boom, boom. You are so beautiful. Boom, I'm out. Peace. Like me and you said at the end of the show. But then Omar realized when she left, wow, she played just like a G. She came up in here like, you know, I ain't even gonna ruin what you got going on, but I felt her. You know, let me see what this really gonna be about. So he tried to run a couple of months, couple of years, whatever with Tara. Why? So now went on back overseas. And then he was like, man, this ain't even gonna work. Cause I like you, but I don't love you. And so she came back. So now he on the chase when he got out the hospital. Now he got himself up. So now he had to chase her. And when he chased her down, he was like, look, she was like, look, I can't do this no more. Either we're going to be together or we ain't. Because I love basketball. I love you. So we got love and
basketball.
Bingo. That was the movie. So for those that haven't seen it, I'm telling you right now, pull up on your boy. I know y'all young cats don't know what the hell a CD player is, but go download the movie.
No, they don't say that. They know what a CD player is. Don't
No,
do
Val,
that.
they don't know what a CD player is. Val, they don't
They
know
know what a CD. They know what a CD player is.
They may know what an iPod is. They don't know what a CD player is.
So if you guys, here's the thing. I believe it is currently streaming on a couple of platforms.
It is. Actually, it is. Yes.
Yeah. What do you know some places that it's also streaming at?
I was actually on YouTube today. You can go to YouTube right now and pull up Love and Basketball, and then the whole movie is right on YouTube.
Oh, I didn't know that. It's probably playing with commercials and stuff like that. Is that about right?
I didn't look at it because I already know about it. It's all up in here.
Yeah, so let's talk briefly, and we're going to transition to our last thing, the music of Love and Basketball. Now, one of the things I want to mention is Lucy Pearl was one of the groups that came together. I feel like they came together to produce one of the hot tracks on here. I wanna dance tonight.
Tonight,
that was my
tonight.
So that included Don Robinson from In Vogue, also Raphael Sadiq from Tony, and
from my group, Tony,
and then also Alid Shaheed Muhammad from A Tribe Called Quest. And so they were that. Then of course they had some original tracks. They had some original tracks on here. They had I'll Go from Donnell Jones. And then also they had, I want to say, they had Fool of Me. We mentioned what is that? Michelle Ninicello. They had her as well. And then of course they had some classics on here. Sweet Thing, Rufus featuring Shaka Khan, I Want to Be Your Man, Roger. And then of course we talk about Love and Basketball. And then also
wait, back up. Hold on. You can't just go by that. Because people don't know who the hell Roger is. What track did Roger have on here?
I just make you understand it.
I want to be your man. I want that. I didn't know that was on there. Oh yeah, but those youngsters.
Wait a minute now. If you saying that you love the movie, you should know. You should know that scene, right? You know,
I do know that,
right?
And I'm gonna give y'all little young pimps. You know what I'm saying? Listen to your boy Coach Tony.
Don't
trying to get at your girl. Put on that zap. I want to be your man.
Please don't be a pimp. That's not a place we want to be.
And thugs get down on the floor like a pimp.
We don't want to be a pimp. I don't want to be a pimp no more.
Put that Roger and Zap on though. I want to be your man. I'm telling you right now, the young girls don't know what you talking about. Put that on. Listen to Coach Tony, the Love Doctor. Put it on and play it. Shh. If you got the album, you hear that all that static value. You know, that's that vinyl. Put it on. Put it
so
on.
Wait. So then wait. Since you're making such a big deal about let me just see. We'll see if we get a hit. Hopefully we don't. Let me see if we'll do this. Here we go.
Hey.
Having fun?
Yep. Yeah, the DJ. Who's this clown?
I can't believe we used to say it was fresh. I'm so sorry.
It was fresh, man. It was fresh.
Yes, not.
So you took Shawnee, huh?
He was late. She asked him.
You want to dance?
There's Boris.
Yeah, I forgot about it.
And she was uncomfortable in her dress, which I found hilarious.
Which I thought hilarious too, because it wasn't that short. Hey.
So the song you hear in the background is from Roger.
Roger and Zap, fellas. Yeah, until she messed around and played in another movie with him in Love and in Brown Sugar. What?
And there's a beautiful
I totally forgot
Gabrielle
about
Union looking all gorgeous.
Oh, I didn't know that was good. Oh my goodness. I missed my opportunity, Val. What was I doing?
Oh Lord. Here's the part right here. They look at each other.
Break it down. Come on.
Look at that look.
Right. I want to be your man at the same time. What? But what's the chances of they dancing in the same area and happen to be in the same position that they look at each other on the chorus line, Val? On the chorus line. What? And there you go, Kevin. Kevin said, don't forget about computer love. Computer love. Yes. Good.
I just had to play that part because
man,
that's like
you about to make me put on some cuss tonight.
What happened?
You about to make me go old school, put on some old school cuss tonight, girl. Man,
but anyway,
I didn't even realize that was a cut that they danced off of. It couldn't have been a better track. Couldn't have been a better track because of the situation, right? Because Omar, for those that are going to watch the movie who hadn't seen it, he was an arrogant ass ball player who always thought that she had to come at him, not respecting the fact that she was actually the catch. So he didn't realize that until Boris Cujo comes and asks his own girl who he wants to dance at a club. What? Come on, man.
Yeah, let's bring this back. Really, hurry up and I'm trying to land the plane.
Bring it back. Here
we go. Bring it back. So one of the people on the soundtrack, and then there
it is.
Lucy Pearl. There's Lucy Pearl. That's Raphael Sadiq.
Pearl.
Don Robinson from Vogue, and then Ali Sheed Muhammad. But of course, also MC Light. She contributed "Light as a Rock," but that's in the movie because a lot of these.
"Light as a Rock" was it? I don't remember what scene.
That was it. That was in the movie. Soul Sister Bilal. That was.
I remember Soul Sister Bilal. Yes.
But one of the people that made a contribution to it, and this was one of the transitions when Sanaa Lathan's character realized that, you know, things are moving on, and Quincy is now involved with the Tyra Banks character. And one of my favorite songs from originally recorded by Simply Red, it was re-recorded by this woman right here, Holding Back the Years.
Oh my, what a hell of a transition. Snap. Yeah. I did not know you got me on that one, Val.
Yeah. That's one of the
back the years. Oh man, that was a jam.
Yeah, she remade the Simply Red Holding Back the Years. And
I'm about to get that. I didn't know that.
I was reminded because I watched a little bit of the film, so I was just thinking about that. So over the weekend, unfortunately, we lost Angie Stone. She was in a terrible car accident.
Yes.
And unfortunately,
from Birmingham to Atlanta, for those that don't know.
Right. She was making her way to Atlanta. And unfortunately, it's come to the attention. It's all over the internet. I'm not going to get into all the details, but she was currently fighting, I think, Universal Music and probably a few other people to try to get either rights or get some of her royalties. Angie Stone in the game for well over 50 years. She started very young, and kind of became that person that gave a lot of advice to singers and songwriters. She had unfortunately leaves an older daughter and a son, the son she had with D'Angelo, to grieve. But I'm grateful that she got a chance.
She was like 63.
She was 63. She was 10 years. She was almost 10 years older than me. I was born in 71. She's born in 61. So, but I had so much respect for her. I saw her perform. I saw Angie perform at Essence Music Festival in 2008. She was a part of a whole musical tribute. I forgot who it was to, but she did a great job. And anytime you see her perform, you can see that she sings from her soul. But what you probably knew is that she was known as Angie B, and a part of the Sequence. And do you remember the Sequence?
Yep.
Yeah, and that song "Funk You Up." This came out in 1979. I didn't know about that song Sequence.
I did because I got it up on my Serato in my DJ booth.
So she was a part, and it was her and a few others, and she thanked. I think she was on Sugar Hill Records
Sugar Hill
when that
Record
got
back in the day. And
recorded.
for those that don't, oh, oh,
Mhm.
oh, don't. That was that
Yeah.
Apache. Jump on it, jump on. Yeah,
Mhm.
that was. And for those that don't know,
Right.
white lines, all that stuff. That's all Sugar Hill Records.
Yeah, and so she was a part of this group for a couple of years. And here's the thing: is that she did a lot of writing for folks,
Oh
and
wow.
that's in the 70s. And here's the thing: she says that in hip hop, she, not getting her major due of how she and her group sequence pretty much paved the way for female groups like.
Oh, by far. Like Total, SWV. I mean, all those. Yeah.
Yeah, and she and Angie Stone with her own. There was an interview that she did about 5 years ago with the Breakfast Club. She said that she loved Lauryn Hill because she loved how Lauren would go back and forth between rap and singing, because
Lauren
that's
was
what
real. She was real.
she had to really push while she was with Sequin to sing as well as rap. She said that they only wanted them to rap. And she says, no, I want to sing too, because I know this is what's up.
Correct.
But yeah,
That's what's happening.
yeah. So like I said, I did not know she was a part of the group Sequin. And on top of this, Funk You Up sampled. Dr. Dre paid her.
Right.
I think Snoop Dogg had her do some projects with her. But the person that acknowledged that he took the essence of the song Funk You Up was Bruno Mars. He didn't pay her.
Bruno.
Yeah, but he did acknowledge her. And I was thinking, why didn't you pay
Man,
her?
I don't give a damn about no acknowledgement, man. You can tell me I live on 125th Street. I want that paper. What you talking about, Bruno Mars? You making all this damn money, you run around with, I'm going to open up the window. Man, come on, man. Give me my money, man. You making so much money. You can't tell me that you're going to leave the door. Oh, I'm going to leave the door open. Well, put my money at the door then since you're going to leave it open. You're going to leave the door open, leave me a brown paper bag so I can get my paper. That's what Angie was telling me.
So Angie was a part of the group. Then she was doing some writing. And then she was behind and helped D'Angelo Brown Sugar. Come on now. This was before she hit with her album that hit in 99, Black Diamond. This was the first album that hit. And of course that gave us.
That album was cold as hell too, but have you listened to that album?
Oh yes, I have it. It's floating around
dope.
Here somewhere on CD.
Right.
But I think I Wish I Didn't Miss You Anymore, which samples Backstabbers, the OJs. I mean, love that.
And for those that don't know, Backstabber, I'm talking about Backstabber, smile in your face all the time. They want to take your place because they backstabbers.
Ooh,
it's
wait, Tony, it's ironic. She sampled that song back in the day. People unfortunately backstabbed her out of her royalties.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Man,
I'm not gonna
cut. Ohio, smile in your face all the time. They want to take your place. Them backstabbers. Hey, that was the cut.
Yeah, it was. And so she the song was called I Wish I Didn't Miss You Anymore. That was the name of the track that came from Black Diamond. And then of course she had some other cuts too, but like I said, she contributed the remake Holding Back the Years to the Love.
Man, I'm gonna go check that out, Val, because you got me on that. I'm about to pull that down the time you and I jump off air.
So like I said,
Simply Red.
Oh, of course. But like I said, we are extremely sorry for the loss of Angie Stone. She had performed literally the night before. The night before she performed. And so
we can't
I
give
hope
details to the accident because it's still under investigation.
So there's a lot still out there. But like I said, the internet is going absolutely nuts, and they're showing videos. She was very active on what is this, Instagram, and then a few other places. So that was probably her kids helping her out, like, mama, let me set up your camera, let me set this up for you, because this is auntie Angie doing her thing. And she literally put out a video stating, like, I am fighting for my music rights. And I was just thinking to myself, no.
Why are you in the process of
I
fighting
thought
music
was getting
rights?
paid.
Yeah, again, that's why, I don't even know how to put it, Val. That's why I hate, the fact of the matter, all these beautiful women done something. I hate that Babyface jacked up Toni Braxton, paying her 25 cents an album. For those that don't know, do your homework on that.
Wait. Stop. That was the Reed guy. I don't know if that was Babyface.
I think that was Babyface.
I think it was Reed.
Okay,
L.A. Reid.
Yeah,
L.A. Reid. I don't know if it was Babyface. I don't know.
I think it was Babyface. I wasn't there either when it was in the corner. All I know is whether it was Reed or Babyface, you paying Toni Braxton 25 cents an album, which is insane. And this woman is in the studios, away from her family, sometime all night, sometime in concerts. I mean, it's just heartening to see these women do the work that they do and how they were taken, everything they did. And Angie Stone, oh my God, Val, she is one of the artists that I love because she did house music, she did R&B, she did gospel. The girl understood genres. She gave it to you. Oh my goodness. Like like our girl right now from Chicago. It's Your World. Got to slip.
You're referring to Jennifer Hudson, who has a talk show?
Yeah, okay. Jennifer Hudson featuring R. Kelly with It's Your World. I mean, these women understand genre and music and so forth. And Angie was one of those women, Val, like you say, go back to the early 80s, who understood how to get into certain things. And she was able to change with the time. You and I talked about that when we first came on tonight at the top of the hour. Change with the time. Those artists that could change with the time, i.e. the LL Cool J's, the Dr. Dre's, the Snoops. Why do you think they're still relevant? Because they're able to sit down and still connect with the young folks. And Angie was one of those people on the R&B side, just like Mary J. Blige, who still connects with the young folks. And that's amazing. And then the God's going to take care of her family. God bless you, keep you, and hate to see that she's no longer with us.
Yeah, and like I said, I now she was, according to the interview that she did with the Breakfast Club about 5 years ago, she was at the time working on possibly a biopic coming out about her and what she did with Sequence and all of that. And I was just thinking, I wonder how far did she get a chance to work on doing the film? Who
plays that character?
And who she was interested in having play herself, because she had mentioned this was in the same interview. You remember the show Bernie Mac? You remember the show
Bernie Mac? Yeah, the dark skin, the smart aleck niece.
Yes. So the actress that I think she wanted to play her is, and I'm looking
and
at
Bernie Mac's little niece to play that, man. She is dope because she was a young director. She left the Bernie Mac show. She was directing shows, Val.
So that's Camille Winbush.
She was directing shows.
I think Camille, as I'm looking at her right now, I think Camille Winbush kind of looks like Angie Stone. So I think she would be ideal to play her. And I hope that the son and daughter and also parts of her family, to honor the memory. This is down the road, like not right now. They're in grieving now and probably planning her services. But I think down the road, myself and a lot of other fans would love to see a bio. And I think she says she was interested in more so than just a straight 2-hour film. But I would.
You said she's from Chicago, right?
Who's from Chicago?
Where's Angie from?
Oh, that's a good question. She's from South Carolina. Columbia,
South
South Carolina.
Carolina. Oh, she down in the cut. She down there
She's
with
down in
Don
the cut. And,
Staley at University of South Carolina, down in South
right.
Carolina.
She had mentioned that
Ain't nothing down there, Val.
people in the East, where a lot of the birth of hip hop came from, they, she got signed, but once they found out that Sequence, because the other girls, they were from South Carolina too, because they were a part of, I want to call it a high school cheer team.
I can get
they were
it.
like,
Yeah,
"Oh, you guys are from South Carolina?
Yeah, local homegirls.
You guys are crossing into hip hop, and that's our." Sometimes, New Yorkers can be a little territorial. We want to,
sure. Like Chicagoans, come on now. That's what we do.
Oh yeah, so definitely. But anyway, so like I said, I'm praying for her family and friends and the people that were closest to her. For the folks, unfortunately, that were in the accident, the word out is that a lot of the other folks that were unfortunately in the accident, they went to the hospital. But unfortunately, Angie is the single one who ended up passing away. So if more details pop up, we'll talk about it. But Coach, I mean, I think I watched anywhere from 1 to 17 videos, TikTok, YouTube, and all over. There's a lot of conspiracy theories out there. I can't get into all that. I don't want to.
Man, I'm not going to get into none of that. All I'm going to get into is her family is grieving. And Angie is no longer with us. That's at the end of it. I don't give a damn if the tree fell on the highway and Bugs Bunny jumped over it with a hatchet. It don't matter. She's no longer with us. Unfortunately, there was an accident. And as many people that was in the vehicle, she was the one that was lost. And that's where we got to be with it and let the authorities do the rest of the work in terms of their investigation. But Angie Stone is no longer with us. And it was a weekend where we lost 3 people. We lost another brother coming from the Alsey brothers. Lost him as well. I mean, so it's been a very difficult situation the last week.
It sure
as
has.
my grandmama always say, God working.
Yeah. And I like I said, this is what we're going to be doing all month, is honoring the women, women. And I'm grateful that Loving Basketball, we got a chance to talk about that, because it was directed by a woman, Gina Prince-Bythewood. And if you have not checked it out, please go check it out. It is available on any streaming service. But of course, you could be corny like myself and go check it out on your own DVD. I have a PlayStation that will play this very nicely.
Hey, don't listen to Val, because y'all don't have that. Go on the streaming services and check it out. And once you check that out, go get you some rest, go get you some food, come back, sit down, and then download Brown Sugar. That's our next review. We're going to review the Brown Sugar. It's got to be coming up on 25 years, Val. Got to be.
That's 25 years will be next year, because it came out in 2002. October of 2022. 2002. So we'll do that. We're gonna wrap up. We're wrapping up. It is a DJ Saved My Life. It's the new book from your girl here, Val the Voice Johnson. The memoir features a heartfelt tribute to the healing power of music and the therapeutic potential of podcasting, with the ABCs of podcasting all rolled into one. You could go to purelightHousemedia.com now, or purelightHousemedia.net, and you can scan the QR code for more information. Next week, Coach Tony is back with his third season.
With the
Who
third
will be
season.
your situation? Yeah.
Before I even go to the pull-up, Val, we got to get you, like when you say that on ABCs of how to DJ, you need to drop that Michael Jackson ABC. 1, 2, 3. So they don't know about that.
Oh, and Brown Sugar Cafe says, I still have my DVD too.
Brown Sugar Cafe. What
I just put my hands on it the other day. That's right.
What? But you put your hands on, but did you watch it? Did you watch it? Did you put it on the thing? Did you watch it? That's what I want to know. Did you watch it?
Come on. So
Man, let me tell you something.
Your guest next week will be Jamal Richardson.
Do not miss this show. We've talked about agents. We talked about kids. We talked about his cousin, Spencer Richardson, who deal with the high school and the college. My boy, the one and only, my cat. I mean, his old man is really, really tight since I moved to Nashville from the Chi. But Jamal Richardson, this guy is the quintessential elite trainer who's going to talk about training the college athletes into the pros and then training the pros, Val, and making sure they stay there, making sure when their contracts up, they re-sign. Guys like Robert Covington, guys like Darius Garland, who's out of Nashville, and there's many more. We're going to talk to Jamal. We're going to talk about what it takes to stay and get to the league. Because, Val, you already know these kids we get come on the podcast always talking, I want to be a pro. Do you really want to be a pro, or will you work hard to be a pro? It's two different situations. But Jamal Richardson is going to tell you how to get there and what he does, Val, to make sure that his clients not only get there, but they stay there.
That's important. That's important. So we're excited to have Jamal come to us on next week. And like I said, after a 2-week hiatus, the third season is back. And of course, we want to thank our affiliate sponsor, KeySpot, for being our affiliate. And of course, connect, share, and grow. And if to get the support for your business with the KeySpot Partners Program, and that is just $15 a month. Go to keyspotapp.com/ for free and get your information. Of course,
and get your
info. Of course, we're wrapping up our Interludes Extra Presents Talk on Tuesdays. There's a new audio podcast out, Midlife Empowering Women. It is my interview with Jill Collins. Go to our Interludes newsletter and you can find out more information about that on LinkedIn. And then, of course, we're just going to wrap it on up. And, of course, get your DVD today.
Man, get your DVD. And I'm going to tell you something else real quick. We're going to go out. We're going to change up this year. We're going to make a lot. I know I'm going to talk about it a lot during the Pull Up Podcast show. We're looking to make sure that we get people that's out looking at the show that want to be a sponsor to the program, want to come on here and talk about your business that you can help go across the country. We got a live audience from New York to Cali, from Washington to Miami. So if you want to advertise with the Pull Up Podcast or Interludes Talk on Tuesday, please make sure you DM us so Val and myself can get back to you and let you know exactly how we can help promote your business on the Pull Up Podcast show and Interludes Talk on Tuesday. With that, Val, what's our word?
Peace.
I'm out.